Good morning to you. I'm on Buddy, as you can see, and hang on, just need to check something. Just needed to check something on the camera then. So yeah, I'm on Buddy, still running in. Had a busy weekend, didn't get a chance to do a great deal, but had quite a lot of comments, got a lot of photos. We'll sort those out probably tomorrow, and get those up of subscribers' bikes, and yeah, well, I've got an urgent comment for anyone who has a W800. They've got a friend who has been trying to replace the back tyre, but they want one that matches the original front tyre, and they're struggling to get one, or at least struggling to get one at a reasonable price. So yeah, if you know what tyre combinations work best on the Kawasaki W800, I think it's a calf. Mine's a calf. My tyres are okay at the moment. Well, when I say they're okay, they're as they were when they are as the manufacturer intended, I believe. So yeah, so if you can help, just put in the comments what the tyre is, price, if you know what the price is. Yeah, that'd be good. What else I wanted to talk about was the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 that I rode last week and did a little test ride review thing on it. I understand sports bikes and superbikes, the sort of sales are plummeting at the moment. But what I wanted to say about this Triumph 1200 was, it really is rideable. It's more rideable than the T120, and primarily, yes, that's because it's got all the settings that allows you to dumb it down if you like, but also you can spice it up a bit if you want, and that's where I think Triumph have made a genius move. Probably by accident, I think, is they've made a super bike and a sports bike all in one, because they're principally the same. Though sports bike can include sort of like the 600 range. Do you remember the old 600 used to go like hell? Anyway, yeah, but this thing handles so politely and so well, and the brakes, you can set the brakes up so you're not going to stand it on its nose or get yourself in trouble with it. I can't. If you get an opportunity, you really do need to go and ride one. I thought I'd have to fall myself in half to get on it. I didn't, and I have heard some people. In fact, the guy from MCN, he let out a little review, a little comparison. The same day I was going to let release my video of it, and so I thought, oh no, I'll wait, and I left it to the Saturday, and I suffered for that because I didn't get so many views, but I like to think mine's better. But anyway, he said about the clip-ons being too low and being on his wrist. Well, I'm 6'2". I didn't find that. I found it pretty comfortable, certainly more comfortable than the MT Tracer, which is a sports tourer. And that made me think about Triumph and the Speed Triple RR. And I think they could do something like an RT and go back to sort of that trophy. I had an early Triumph Trophy 1200, and that was a beast, but it was more sports touring. And I think this RR could easily be, get the bars up a bit higher, slightly bigger fairing, do some panniers for it, and you've got the ultimate tourer. And you can whip the bags off it and go to a track day, or you can whip the bags off it, dumb it down a bit, go down the back lanes, because it handles like a dream. The engine's spot on, makes a lovely noise. Probably get a can on it if I had one. That's what I'd probably do. Maybe just put a little bit of tweak into the vocal cords, for no other reason than I want to hear it a bit louder. So yeah, so that is my thoughts about it. And I'm a bit disappointed more people haven't sort of latched onto it. But I did get an email from a friend who said they'd watched it and they can tell from my voice and the way I speak about whether I'm on a bike that I like. And I did like it. I can't deny it. Yes, I'm into more classical styles, but there was something about that RR that just had just enough of retro about it. Whether it's just that fairing and the headlamp maybe reminded me of the Thruxton or something like that, I don't know, but there was something that drew me to it. And yeah, I can't afford it. I've bought the Tiger and I've bought Buddy, and I'm skint, I'm brassic, but I would really like one of those. No, it wouldn't replace Bertie, no, it wouldn't replace Buddy, and no, it wouldn't replace Tigger. Well, it might replace, not Tigger, Biggles. See what I mean about bloody names. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that in case you didn't see that video and you go back and have another look at it, because maybe I'll try and get another ride in it and show you down the back lanes, going steady of course, because it does go well down the back roads, and I think it would make a great tourer as well with a little bit of tweaking. It's gonna be a really versatile bike if they commit to it. But like I say, sales are falling, sales are dropping on all Superbikes and sports bikes. People don't want them anymore. They want the Z900s or the T120s or the Speed Twins, stuff like that, or the Street Twin, marvellous bike. The other thing, Orwell have got a Katana. Now I did test drive the Katana, and it might even be that very bike, I don't know, when they first came out, and it is a cracking bike, but at the time I didn't go for it. There was nothing wrong with the bike. Mrs. all-year motorcyclist, she wasn't comfy on the back of it. Yeah, she thought it was alright, but she felt like she had to lean and squash me, which is never a bad thing, I suppose. But yeah, so there's that. I wouldn't mind having another go on a Katana and actually doing a review on it. That old school GSX 1000 engine is a marvellous engine. Yeah, but that also got me thinking about Triumph and where they're going next. We know they're supposed to be making a little Triumph, but hopefully that'll come out next year. But that's just a competitor for for the other manufacturers' small bikes. But if you look at the Bonnevilles, they've done them to death. That's why they're doing all these limited editions now. It's all limited editions. The gold line for this year, and next year it'll be something else, won't it? And then all the really mega expensive gold edition, the one that I really like, the Gibson Les Paul colour, that sunburst, like a guitar looks, you know what I mean? That was lovely. But they're stuck. They've got nowhere else to go, because the bikes they produce now, this T100's about spot on. What they're going to do, all they can do is change the colour. How are they going to improve on it? I don't know. So they need to do something, and I think why not try and do something with those triple engines, something a bit different. I had hoped they'd bring out like a a really small capacity one as well. I don't know, but yeah, I think a lot of the manufacturers, the Japanese, have not capitalised yet on this classic, and I think that's because they feel they're a bit stuck. I mean, Suzuki, they produce their classic bikes still. You know, the SV650, I don't know how long they've been making that, 23 years, something like that, I don't know, maybe 24, I don't know. The V-Strom, well, the early V-Strom, before it became a V-Strom, was probably in the 90s. Yeah, these hot bikes are long in the tooth, and therefore they've become a modern classic in themselves. Honda, they've sort of done the CB, and they do the more custom ones. So the market at the moment is really quite limited, I think, for sales. I don't know, I'm not in the industry, I don't actually know what bikes are being sold. I'm only going by what people have suggested to me, and you know, most bikes, they're made all over the world. So we don't really know, you know, we call bikes British or Indian or American or Japanese or whatever. I mean, even a lot of the Japanese bikes are built in India and Thailand and even Europe, I think. Same with Aprilia and KTM, they're all built all over the place. So we can't let that cloud our judgment. The Interceptor, I do need to try the Interceptor again, and maybe the Continental GT, but my problem is we just do not have a Royal Enfield shop nearby, so it's always a big journey to get there, do a test ride, spend a bit of time there and get away. And of course on Saturdays, which I work full time, in fact I work more than full time, but the only sort of real time I might have off Saturdays or Sundays. So unless I can get a bike late on a Friday and keep it for a week, I'm a bit sort of stuck really. I have to fit in what I can. Oh, there's the Angel, look, marvellous. It's getting better and better as the season moves on. Soon it'll be all in flower and stuff. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say today. Quick little mutter. There'll be a conversation with my brother coming out soon, and subscribers photos as well. Don't know which order I'll do that. Might save the conversation with my brother and do the subscribers photos first. There you go. Hope you have a good week anyway, and enjoy the videos that are forthcoming.